Welcome everyone to your next 3 months reading. In this reading I'm going to do one for each sign, and it's going to be the energies for the next 3 months. So that's October, November and December. Now they're just going to be little quick readings as far as I'm aware, of course. Once I start, that can always change, but just to give a bit of insight all up front, and then you can watch this video with the monthly videos and just get a bigger picture of how the energies might be playing out for you. Now, I was fine as I was preparing for this reading, but as I sat down to start, I got a really croaky voice. I can feel it starting to dissipate a little bit, but it keeps coming back. Now, I don't have a cold. I did pause to see if maybe the croaky voice was my own energy, but I have a feeling that it's come about to acknowledge that I think the majority of us are blocked going into the next 3 months. So there is some aspect of our life, of ourselves, that we are blocking, or that we're not willing to look at, or that for some we can't see yet. It might just be a feeling, but we just don't know what that feeling is linked to. And I start my readings always with Aries and then work through to Pisces. So I get the feeling, we'll see if I get croaky, if I stay croaky throughout the readings, but it might just be that as the readings progress, I might get less croaky, I might get more croaky, and that might just be that maybe the first signs are the most blocked, and then as we progress, the signs are getting less and less blocked, or maybe on a different journey or path, or a different level of openness. So we'll see how that goes, but I was asked to say that just to let you know. So what can also happen is that when we are blocked, what people say or these messages that might come across might trigger you in some way. They might just simply not resonate. They might annoy you in some way. They might make you feel sad, uncomfortable. It apply, you know, there's so many emotions that can be applied in that scenario, so everybody will be a little bit different. But when we are blocked, what people say, we tend to either not listen, not want to listen, or it just doesn't sit well with us, or we don't understand it because we're just not there. We're just so for those of you that these readings might just leave you cold and just uninterested, please know that it's not for now. Maybe come back in November or December and listen again, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. So just take things as you feel them, and just know that there is what's the word I'm looking for? There's no need to understand. There's no need to push. There's no need to fight with anything. If anything, when we feel blocked, the best thing we can do is surrender and just let go. So with this energy that I'm getting straight up front, it'll be interesting to see how the cards play out. So I will put timestamps below so you can skip the introduction if you want to. Because I'm going to be shuffling well and then wanting to sit with the energies for a while, I'm going to do the shuffling speeded up and in fast motion, so then you don't have to sit through it, just so that these videos don't get too long for you. Again, for those of you that are joining me that have been here before, thank you so much. I love this little community that we're building together, and I love the energies that you bring forth. And for those of you that are new, welcome. I hope you find something that is useful, and I hope this little community brings you some love, joy and support. Let's get started in the reading. Welcome, Leo. So we have October, November and December. Now I have to say that when the music card fell out, the first thing that I got was music to my ears. It came out so loud and so clear. So in October there's going to be something that is just sheer music to your ears. Let's get started. Your first card is dreams. The universe speaks to you through your dreams. Your dreams are going to be important for you, Leo. They're possibly going to open up a gateway to understanding something. I'm feeling there may also be for some of you, even nightmares or what, sorry, I'm just trying to get the full message to make sure I understand how to deliver it. So it might start off as a nightmare, but you change the course of the nightmare and it then doesn't end as a nightmare. So to give you an example of what I mean, you're being chased in a dream and you're afraid, and maybe you're trying to scream, but you know how we try to scream sometimes but no sound comes out, and rather than keep running in your dream you turn and face the person, and then that person just evaporates. They disappear, or when you turn around there's nobody there, and you're kind of like, oh, and suddenly the night or the eerie situation or place that you were in suddenly is clear, and there's no spookiness or scariness or darkness about it. So for some of you there's going to be a dream like that. So I feel, Leo, you might be working through some past trauma or situations that are buried deep inside you, and you're going to be working them out through your dreams. And I feel that they're going to give you clarity in your day-to-day life. It's quite an interesting message. So if you start having nightmares, don't worry. I wouldn't be surprised if you even have reoccurring dreams or nightmares, and then just one night the situation's going to change. Somebody is going to step into your dream and help you, or you are going to face whatever it is that is frightening you. That's for the nightmares. But even in the dreams, you might just say something to yourself. You might just find yourself in a dream that gives you clarity in the reality, in this 3D world. So pay attention to them. The universe is guiding you. That's the real message that I get. And I feel that it's going to start in your dreams. I feel that it's going to move out into your waking hours, but it's going to start through your dreams. Also, if you have Cancer at all in your chart, Cancer, Moon, Sun or Rising, please watch theirs, because they got health and financial discipline in exactly the same spot as well. So that's very interesting. But the universe is trying to get through to you. And this music, I just really feel that whatever you tune into regarding spirit, I mean, it could even be in meditation, it really is going to be music to your ears. It's the answer that you have been searching for. And listen, it can be in a song. There might be a song that you've never heard of, or that you haven't heard in ages, and suddenly it'll play on the radio, it'll come up on Spotify or something, and it's so random, but it just, you might find yourself crying, you might find yourself suddenly bursting with inspiration and whatever it can be. But yeah, music to your ears, or music in itself, very much, both energies are very much the listening energy as well, isn't it? Now, the reason why I say that is because the two is actually a number for listening. It's a number for slowing down, patience, intuition. It's trusting. It's peace and balance. It's also cooperation and new partnerships. But it's listening, and I feel like listen to your dreams, listen to music. You know, oh, this is music to my ears. It's listening. So there's a big part of listening that's going to be hugely important for you. And I feel in October, but I think working through the other months as well. Now, the 3 is the number of joy. It's optimism. It's pleasure. It's connection. It's being social. It's sharing your feelings. And then together they make a 5, which is change. And that's surprises. That's risk taking. That's opportunities. It's adventure. Making choices that lead you on a new path. And I think that's what this listening is going to do. That's what your dreams are going to do. They're guiding you to the new. They're guiding you on a new adventure. And there'll be risk, and there'll be challenges. There'll be surprises, but that's what an adventure is, isn't it? If everything's fully planned for beforehand, it's not an adventure. That's just a trip. This is an adventure. And I love, I'm very sorry, Leo, I've got, the neighbours are renovating and there is a bit of noise, so I do apologise. It's very intermittently, so hopefully he'll stop shortly, but I do apologise. It can be quite distracting. I love the image on this card. So this is your 10 of Swords, and I love how cloaks on, bags are packed, I'm going. That's this 5, that's this adventure. Whatever realization you come to, this music to, oh, I'm so glad I heard that. This is the answer I've been searching for. This is the green light I've been waiting for. You're packed, you're done, you're gone. And the Ten of Swords is the ending to a difficult time. You're done and dusted with them. You're leaving this in the past completely. Now, the card says the end of a situation that brings relief, sadness, or both. The opportunity for new happiness, a weight off your shoulders. The end of an addiction, a melodramatic reaction. It's the end of an old way of life. It's the end of an old you. It's the end of how and who you were. And I just feel, Leo, that you're done. There might be sadness in walking out the door, but you can live with that. The understanding, the clarity that you gain, and I'm holding this card here and I can see freedom. I just feel like it says the weight off your shoulders, and I can feel that you're just going to be shrugging it off, and suddenly you're going to feel so much lighter. You're going to feel so much more able because this weight is no longer dragging you down. And I'm really feeling with this Ten of Swords here, Leo, you're done. And apply that in whatever area of your life. And you might not even know yet this might need to happen first. This awakening, this aha moment, this clarity, this, oh, that's just what I needed to hear. And it can be something as simple as a green light. You get accepted to a new job. You get accepted to, your visa gets accepted to travel somewhere else. It can be multiple different things. But I love how this person has their back to us. There's no looking back. There's just going straight on ahead. And for November, you've got freedom. Follow your heart and nurture your soul with love and freedom to grow. And that's what you're doing. You're expanding. What I received just then was, you no longer fit into your old world. You have expanded so much. And what I mean by expanded, it's changed, evolved, grown, outgrown the past you, that you just don't fit there anymore. And for some of you, this can be on a grand scale, like your whole life. For others, it can just be in one part of your life. Please take the energies as they resonate. You'll know where this applies to you as an individual. But I just feel this sense of fresh air. Like I want to take a deep breath and feel the wind in my face and, the path beneath my feet and go. I just got be different, Leo. Take that message as it resonates. Be different. Have you been looking at ways you want to be different, but just can't quite know how to get there? What would you do if you could do things differently? What would you change? How would you change? It might be something to journal, Leo. It might be something to jot down and have a little think about. And we have health. Now, like I mentioned earlier, have a look if you've got Cancer in your chart. Have a look at Cancer, definitely. But with your reading, I'm really feeling that this is your health and your well-being. And that's where this freedom feels so important. And I'm just getting this image of a bird with its wings that have been clipped. And you know, we do that so the bird doesn't fly away and we don't lose it, and it just you know, it can't, you know, we do it, I guess, well, people do it for the well-being of the bird, but it's not its natural state. It wants to fly. And I feel, Leo, I'm now seeing a lion in a cage. It's all, everything I'm seeing is restricted, not free. This change, this letting go, this unburdening yourself, letting go of the past, going into the new, this fresh freedom, it's going to have physical effects on you. It actually needs to happen for your well-being. You need to expand. You need to be free. You need to fly. You need to be let out of your cage. And the cage can be how you think people limit you. You might feel very limited at work. You might not be able to voice your opinions or your ideas. It might be relationships that is doing that also. It might be you. Again, Cancer had limiting, you know, to be limitless. And I feel that sometimes, you know, we place our own limits on ourselves. But this really is going to have a really profound effect on your physical body and your psychological well-being. Now we have the 7, which is the spiritual number. That's spiritual insight. The 7 is intuition. It's wisdom. It's learning. Learning to let go and let God. There's also the 1, which is all about the new beginnings. It's about the new opportunities. It's fresh energy. It's that image I got of the wind in my face, like just being able to take deep breaths with fresh air. The 1 is fresh energy. It's new goals. It's being bold. It's taking action. And it's an 8. That's the personal power. Your personal power. It's also a focus on money. It's also goals. It's taking action. It's prosperity. It's manifesting. It's also the energy that you put out will be the energy that you receive. The work that you put out will be the resources you get back. And I felt this for Cancer. So I'm sorry to keep going back to Cancer, but it just feels important. I feel that freedom and this card especially is really the focal point of your reading, and everything radiates from that. But for you it is different to how I saw it for Cancer, but for you it is your health and your well-being. And this freedom, oh, this begin again, open the door and walk out to the freshness, to the newness. I feel like there's something out there that is really waiting for you, Leo. And then we have the Five of Swords, and the card says, an unwise choice. There's a better way that will make you happier. Avoid people who lack integrity or who have questionable motives. Now, the Five of Swords for me often is pick your battles. And I'm really, in my mind, I'm really seeing sort of the double fives equals the Ten of Swords. So I'm feeling that this card, it's making me look at this card with double the potency in this reading. And they're side by side. And I really feel, I know they're in different months. So this energy might play out after you've left, but it can kind of blur into each other. So it's the time scale of this is not fixed. If people challenge your need to move on, your need for freedom, your need to expand, your need to change, your need fill in the blank, don't engage them. Because I feel that all you're going to be doing is adding fuel to their fire. It's not going to go anywhere. And I feel that it's going to lead to things being said that are not 100% true. And that's going to come from both sides. I think there's a potential for things to heat up a little bit and for things to be said out of anger or out of emotion from both sides. And it's going to make this leaving more painful, more challenging, less smooth. If you can just go, and when I mean go, it's in whatever way this plays out. Now, Leo, this can be you arguing with you. This could be, you know what, your mind is going to, because the Swords is your mind, it's your intellect. Your mind might be challenging you. Are you crazy? What are you doing? Let it. Don't engage it. Don't run with it. It'll trip you up. So that can play out either with the people around you that don't understand, and that's fine. It's your journey, not theirs. They can't understand. They possibly can't sense this freedom. They possibly can't sense that you cannot be caged or you cannot have your wings clipped any longer. I was just drawn to the Eight of Wands here, and I'm just like, you need to fly. And it doesn't sound very eloquent, but I feel like you need to kind of explode like fireworks, you know, really let that light that feels trapped inside of you, let it out. Be your glorious, flamboyant self. Leo, you're ruled by the sun. The sun, it's difficult to, you know, how do you keep the sun blocked out? How do you keep it contained? I see this as celebration as well. So into December we have Starseed, Raise the vibration of the planet through your radiant, loving light. Oh, Leo, just like the sun. There'd be no planet without the sun. And there's when we don't radiate our light out, something's lost. Because only you, only I, only the next person radiate our light in the way that we do. It's unique. It is 100% unique. And when we don't radiate our light, there's something lost. There's something missing. You may have been lacking a vital energy. I feel like you may have just been constantly tired, lacking vibrancy. That real Leo get up and go kind of energy and exuberance and joy. And for some reason your light's been dimmed. Either, well, generally life situations can cause us to dim our light, but only we can dim our own light. But generally we dim our light through our own pain and suffering. And sometimes we need to. I know that a lot of people think, oh no, we should never dim our light, but sometimes we need to find a sheltered, dark corner where we can lick our wounds and sort ourselves out, gain clarity on what we've been through so we don't go through it again, and then we can come out again. And for some of you, that may be the case. There's things you need to work through. But the world has missed your light. And you're going to be shining it again, definitely and absolutely. This freedom, when you walk through that door, the door's already open. You just need to walk through it, and I know you are. The health and well-being, it's just going to be woof, like a fire. Like just the explosion of a firework and all the light that radiates out of that. And the joy. You know, people go and watch the fireworks and they're exhilarated. There's joy, there's happiness, there's awe. And we don't realize, Leo, but that's what we offer others when we are true to ourselves and when we shine our light and when we take care of our own health and well-being so that we are vibrating our light at a really high energy. And then you have financial discipline, and it's 48. Now, I wonder if you've been feeling a bit down and out because of your finances. I wonder if this is a money related, because you've got 8. This comes to an 8. I'm looking at the gambling table here. I'm not to say, Leo, that you've been gambling, but I wonder if, you know, there is money issues. Of course, that won't be for everybody, but if not, it can be that you need to become aware of your, become disciplined for your finances. It can also be just discipline in itself. Now, the 4 is very much your security and your stability. It's your foundation. And in the reality of the world, it's sad, but money often does set our foundation. Without it, well, our quality of life does go down. But how much do you need to live a fulfilled life? Are you making your whole happiness about money? Now, if you have been, Leo, that is a perfect example, a perfect kind of understanding of why you didn't feel freedom, why I saw the wings clipped and the lion in the cage. Because if you don't have, or if you don't feel that you have enough of it, and you feel that your whole life revolves around money, you will be coming at everything from a place of lack. And that's not how we prosper. That's not how we achieve. That does nothing for our health and well-being. And it certainly doesn't make us be willing to take risks and start again. Follow a new journey. Take a leap of faith. Say, no, you know what? I don't need this. The 4 is also about work and planning. It's taking care of details. So that's where that discipline comes in again. It's the nitty-gritty of our life, the things we have to do. The 8, again, your personal power, money. And then it comes to a 12. 1, the new beginning. And 2 is intuition. It's diplomacy, slowing down and listening. It's new partnerships. It's patience and trust and balance. And then it comes to a 3. So you got the 3 again. You had the 2. A lot of these numbers have doubled up now. 3 is the card of joy. I'm wondering, Leo, if you need to look past money, if you need to look past, it's not just money actually, I'm getting like possessions, how much you think you need in order to live a fulfilled life, as in physical possessions and money, like the material kind of stuff. It's interesting energy, especially under the star seed, because the star seed, this is very earth bound. This is very tangible. It's everything that we can see and touch. The star seed is the complete opposite. Raise the vibration of the planet through your radiant, loving light. This is your soul. And this is what we physically need to survive in the world. Do you need to bring balance between them? Do you need to see that it's not one or the other? Both can exist. And you end December with the 8 of Wands. Magic. Joy, celebration, and it's not normally really a thing of the 8, but this card always makes me think of that. And the card says, too much going on. Stress caused by many positive opportunities, unexpected events or rapid changes, the ability to multitask, business travel. And for you, Leo, I'm seeing this as, I just feel that once you get past this, New Year is just going to explode. I just feel like, I mean, this is the end of December, we've got January, you know, the welcoming of the new year, I wanted to say the new year, but I was going to say the new you. But I feel like welcoming of the new you into the new year. And things are going to speed up for you. And there's joy, there's that explosion of your energy, your truth. There's no pretending here. There's no fake energy. It's just true and straight, and this is me. And that's you going out into the world like that. And I feel, Leo, with great success. Great success. And time will speed up. Not time will speed up, but things will speed up. This might be a little, it's all internal work, Leo. So sometimes it can be a bit heavy. It can be a little bit, oh, I just want something to happen. Well, I guess you've got a big thing happening here with you starting again, leaving something behind. But again, for some of you, that can just be old ideas, ways of doing things. Others, it can be tangible things in your life that you're walking away from. Relationships, people, jobs, homes. But there's celebration, keep going. I feel like the 8 of Wands is here to say keep going. You're on a trajectory. And it's true. Keep going. And I keep getting this music to my ears. Something's going to happen. You're like, oh, that's music to my ears. It's going to be a moment of great gratitude there, Leo. I'm going to leave you with those messages, my friends. Love and light. Thank you again so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.